Hey, hey, how is everybody doing tonight? Are y'all ready for some beach decor? Give it a couple of minutes for people to find me. Let's make sure I'm showing up. There I am. I am Becky Arnetto Carmish, your independent designer with Chalk Couture. Thanks for hanging out with me. Who is ready to play around with some beach decor? Anybody? Give me some hearts if you are ready for some beach. It was a beautiful day here in Northwest Florida. Beautiful. I'm having to look over here to the laptop because, you know, I'm still using this Fangly new setup here that does not show me, or I have not found where my comments are at yet. I have no clue where they are. So I'll just look at the laptop. No big deal. I was going to move it closer so I could not turn my head as much as I'm having to do now. Let's make this bigger so I can find my comments better. So when you come on, tell me hey, let me know you're here. If you're new, drop a 1 in the comments so I can welcome you. So tonight we're going to play around with some beach stuff. We're going to play around with Endless Wonders. Let's get it so you can see it. Endless Wonders. And then we're also going to play around with some beach vibes. So beach vibes, I always do this upside down. You got the chair and we got the sun. So that is what is on the agenda for tonight. Hello, Ms. Ria. Now, I'm also trying something new. I tried it last night just to kind of see if I could get the hang of it. Is a little bit of watercolor. Has anybody put watercolor on a canvas before? So this was attempt number 1. I was trying to get us like a little beachy background, and it was okay. It just didn't look as watered down as I had saw some of the pictures to show. So I done another one, and this was number 2. So which one of those do you like the best? Do you like my first attempt or my second attempt at this? So this was my first attempt. I do like that it's completely covered, so you cannot see the white underneath it. That part I do like. I like the abstract of this one, but it's got a little bit too much white for me as far as, you know, we're going to put something on top of this. So what do you think? Hey, yes, it was beautiful today. Beautiful. Yes, if only the beaches were open. So we're going to kind of do a spin of this one, but we're going to do it. I'm going to envision, we're going to see how it works out. We're going to see. We're going to envision like the sand down here and then graduating to like the water and then graduating to the sky and trying to do this kind of concept here, and we'll see how it turns out. Looks like a jellyfish. Ah, okay. It could be like an octopus, huh? You know, there is an octopus. I think Nikki was wanting us to do the octopus, and this would be something cute to kind of put as the background and then put the octopus on top of it. Super cute. Oh, that thing cut me. So I think we're going to start off with one of these, and then we're going to bounce to the watercolor, and then we'll come back to the other one. That's my plan of attack. So let me move you down so you can see what I'm doing. Of course, these are reusable silk screen transfers. You can reuse these guys 8 to 12 times. Let's see, where's the camera at? Okay, remember I've got this different setup here, so I've got to remember where my camera is because it's in a different spot than normal. So like I said, these are silk screen transfers. There is a line here. There's a cut line. And then there's a cut line down here. Can you guys see those cut lines? So I'm going to cut it apart. And what makes these really cool is you can kind of mix and match. If you're wanting to make a project and you're kind of wanting, you know, let's say you're wanting some seashells on it, or maybe you like a word off of one transfer, you can mix and match them. This is art. Seamless, easy art. Using my handy dandy transfer trimmers here. It's got the longer nose. Works really good with our transfers. So I wonder which one are we gonna wanna put on the really abstract one? Are we gonna want to do the starfish on this one, or are we gonna wanna do the seashell on this one? What do you think? First one, look, Nikki, we're doing beach decor. I know how you are into the beach decor. I was just telling everyone you wanted to do the octopus, I believe, right? So the first one to throw me a comment out there first is going to be the one we're going to use. So are we going to do this one with a seashell, or are we going to do it with a starfish? Which, oops, Rhea was the first one. She says the shell. Shell it is. Shell it is. I was kind of thinking white, but like I said, white's not going to work with this one because it's got way too much white here. So I think we're going to go with gold shimmer. We're going to do gold. And I don't really think we probably really need to fuzz it, but since this is chalk here, chalk paste, I don't want it to pull it up. So we're going to fuzz it maybe just one time. Normally when I deal with canvas, I really don't fuzz it just because I want it to grab it really good and adhere to it. But I also don't want it to pull up my paste. So I'm just trying to figure out if I wanted to put it in the dead center or if I wanted it off center. I think that thing cut me. I really do. I think it cut me. We're just going to press that down. And like I said, since we've got so many colors here, we're just going to use gold shimmer. And I'm about out of gold shimmer. Then I'm going to use a squeegee if I have any new folks here. And I'm just going to spread that along. Now, when you're dealing with the shimmers, you need to kind of press those in a little bit more than you would for a typical chalk because you're getting those little metallic flakes has got to go through that silk screen. So you have to press it a little harder. And I really should have put something behind here, which I might still need to do. Because remember, this is canvas, and when I'm pressing down, it's canvas, so it's pressing down with it. So I want something to keep it kind of firm back there. So I just put that fuzzing cloth behind it to kind of give me some leverage so it doesn't press down as much. So we're just pressing that through. Coming back over, grabbing all that excess paste, put it back over here in my jar. Look at all that excess I have left. Look at that. Look at all that paste. Back into my jar, because you know we are thrifty crafters. We do not know how long we're going to be quarantined to the house, do we? I can tell you, I'm not quarantined to the house at all. Making sure I've got a good, making sure it went through that transfer good. So there we go. I don't know. What do you think? Should we have used white? You think white would have showed up better? What do you think? I'm thinking it's not popping as much as I want it to personally. Oh, you think it's beautiful with the gold? I don't know if I like it, Rhea. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to grow, it might have to grow on me. So we're gonna try this other one maybe with white, but we're gonna come back to that one because we're going to play around with some watercolor first. I don't know if I like that gold. Okay, so like I said, yesterday I started playing around with this watercolor. And I done this one first. This was my first go at it. And I really, I didn't water it down. I watered down my chalk paste and then I kind of threw it on here and then I kind of done some finger painting with it. But I didn't spritz it afterward to give you that really true watercolor look to it. So that's why it kind of looks this way. And then when I done the second one, I actually spritzed it down with water and then kind of swirled it around and gave it that abstract look that we did there. So that's how the two was different. So I've got just a big, huge Ziploc bag. What is this, like a gallon, I guess? Guess it's a gallon. And then you're going to kind of figure out what you're going to do with it as far as color palettes. So I've got some paste here. So remember I said I'm going to try to make like a little scenery where I want like the sandy beach at the bottom cascading into like the water and then cascading into the sky. It's kind of like what I'm envisioning. And I'm thinking this is really going to be too much like white. This is the sand color. This is fawn. I think it's going to be too close to the white, so we're going to kind of make us a version of it. So I've got my bark, which is, of course, a little bit too dark. I'm going to take some bark using our little mixing trays here. So these things are, like, so cool. And we're going to take some fawn. I'm going to throw some of that in there. We're going to kind of make us our own little color here. Let's grab a little bit more of this color. And then we're going to spritz it down with a little bit of water because, you know, this is chalk paste and I'm kind of making it more like into paint versus paste. I was just taking this and putting it through the transfer like we just did. It's fine, but I'm changing this consistency into paint. And remember, I'm kind of wanting to envision something like sand, kind of, sort of. It's my vision anyway. That doesn't quite look like sand, but we're gonna run with it. You think a pink would be pretty? Oh, as far as doing the coloring with the pink, or adding pink to our watercolor design we're doing now. Okay, and I might need another tray. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll use the top of this lid. So I think I'm gonna take some of this fawn. I'm gonna take some of the fawn out and I'm just gonna put it over here in my lid and water it down a little bit just to give me more of that sand look. So I'm just watering it down until I make it to like a paint consistency. Okay, so hopefully that's going to take care of my sand, kind of, sort of. And then for my water, I think we'll stick with these two colors. Actually, no, this is going to be the sky. This is the sky. Or is this the sky? Don't remember. I think that'll be a pretty sky, don't you? We're gonna make that the sky. So I'm just gonna water it down. A lot of these have got the little bumps in them, so I'm gonna try to press the bumps down. I left the bumps in it when I done the last project, and then they tried to dry in there, so I'm gonna see if I can try to get those bumps down. Press them down, then they want to stay on my stick. Get off the stick. So is anybody having to work, or are y'all quarantined to the house? I think that's going to be good. We're going to do this one for like maybe the, you know, when you look at the horizon of the water, you've got that line where it meets the sky. I think this will be pretty for that. Self-isolation. Well, we have a meeting tomorrow at work. So we will find out what's going down, because you know I'm having to work, but I am taking a little time here and there, cutting back. Okay, so I think that's going to be our water line, and then we're going to use this one. Let's see, is this one the sky? Nope, this one's the sky. Or vice versa. I may still change my mind yet. Oh, this is not the one I used because it's hard. That's not, this is probably the one I used. This is the one we used the other day that I told you I've been trying to get rid of. This is the one that I'm trying to get rid of. It's horrible when you try to get rid of a color, right? It's one of those colors that's like, still have it, still have it. Because as you can tell, I'm not really taking a whole lot of color out of the jars. And then I'm watering it down, and then we're still going to water it down more here in a minute. Okay, so let's see how this vision's going to come into play. Let's move my little trays out of the way, because we're putting it on my gallon Ziploc bag here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my canvas underneath it so I can kind of envision where I'm going with this. And let's get my big mat to kind of keep the table somewhat clean. Okay, so my envision is going to be, the bottom's going to be like the beach. So remember, this is like my sand dirt, my sandy dirt down here. This is going to be some more of my sand. That might need to be watered down still yet. Might need a little bit more of that. Well, phooey. And you could probably take, you know, some paint. I think the first time I done this, I just used my finger. So I was doing like finger paint. And then the second time I just kind of done kind of like this. No rhyme, no reason, just, yeah. Okay, so let's see which one's going to be my sky. I think I like that for my sky. So let's do this. I think the kids would have a blast with this, wouldn't they? What do you think? You think the kids would have a blast playing around with something like this? All right, I'll miss one another color right there, but I don't think we need it. Okay, let's go on to my sky. Can you guys see the mess I'm making here? Okay, and I guess in theory, we probably could swirl it around with our fingers. Oh, let's try it this time. I didn't try it when I done that other one, and it had a whole lot of white, which I didn't care much for all that white, so let's try this. Probably needed a different finger. Running out of fingers, guys. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my canvas out and I'm just going to plop it on here. Press it down. Kind of clean my area a little bit so I can turn this without making a mess. Oh, I forgot to spritz it again. We were supposed to spritz it. I was supposed to spray it with some water before I flipped it. So it's going to look a lot more like that first one I did instead of that second one because I didn't spritz it. And then technically you can kind of wash this bag and you could reuse that bag again to do more projects. Okay, so this is my mess that I made. Different, huh? Definitely different. There's those lumps. Not caring much for that brown that carried over into my other section. What if I take some of this? Okay, well, that's what we've got. That's our creation that I made. So I don't know if this is really going to dry in time for us to chalk on, but we're going to move on to that other project that we kind of put on the back burner. Let's move this guy out of my way so he doesn't get everywhere. But I do think this would have looked better if I had spritzed it with the water. So once I had the plastic all done, I needed to spritz it with some water and then put my canvas on top of it. And it would give us more of that watered look. Like that, or like this one, because this is the one I done the water before I applied it. So see how it has more of irregular abstract look to it. Not that this definitely isn't abstract, but it's not. It's still got those harsh lines from one color to the other. But you know, you're gonna put something on top of it, so it just gives us a background. Gives us a background, but here's these little chalk bumps. This is when I clean my lids and I knock all that chalk down into the paste and I end up with these chalk boogers. That's what I call them. Not that they are, they're just bumps and lumps. And when they come out on this guy, they make, but you know, it kind of looks like sand, right? It could be sand for the effect we're going with here. I'm gonna see if I can hit at it with the blow dryer. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry a little bit while we move on to this other project, since I don't bore you to death there with that. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to this guy. So this guy, we're gonna put the cute little starfish on it. So I think Emily was saying pink. So should we try pink on this one? Should we stick with the gold or should we do white? What do you think? Should we do pink? Should we stick with the gold or should we do white? Can you spray the canvas? What do I want to spray the canvas with? Do I want to spray it with like a polio or some type of clear coat before I chalk on it? Is that your question? Yeah, some people have been spraying when they get done doing their pour or their abstract, they do spray it with like a clear coat before they put anything on it. Okay, so Nikki says white, Rhea says pink. Okay, who else is on? I need some tiebreakers here. So it looks like we have a pink and we have a white. We have a pink and we have a white. I need a tiebreaker. Before you blow dry the watercolor, I was going to see if you could spray it. Spray it with water and get that watercolor look. Well, I think I dried it now. I was kind of wondering that. I wondered if it was like a done deal after I put it on or not. But you know, you just kind of keep on living and learning. So I mark that one up, and you know, I grab another one and I try it with, like I did yesterday. I tried this one first, and then I tried the other one I showed you, and then today, I don't know what I was thinking on. I was like, I really want to use that beach chair, and I need to make the beach chair white, but my canvases are all white, so I've got to change it and make it a different color. Where's the lid to this guy? I have lost the lid to him. So I'm like, well, you know, I think it would be really pretty if I kind of made a background that kind of looked a little bit like a beach scenery behind it. So that was my vision anyway. But, you know, who's to say I can't do another one? But I think that one's kind of like the way it is now. It is the way it is now. Half of it's dry. But I've lost the lid. Oh, I found it. One of my little trays that we were mixing watercolor in it was on top of it. Okay, so did we get a tiebreaker yet? Oh no, we're getting other colors thrown out here. So now we have an orange and I have a coral. Don't have a coral. I have a copper. I do have a pink. So we could do the pink. I have pink. That's like a copper. It's a shimmer copper. This is like almost like a garnet, or like a crimson, but it's like a shimmer red is the name of it. But we could do like a yellow. Actually, that's not a shimmer. Shimmer's down here. I see the shimmer. Shimmer's down here. No, that's not shimmer. That's an orange. So I think we're throwing lots of colors out there. Something similar to an actual starfish. What color is an actual starfish? It's like a sandy color, isn't it? Pale pink. Pale pink looks good. Okay, looks like we got two pinks. Well, this may be too dark of a pink then if you want a pale pink. So this is pink blossom, cherry blossom. Cherry blossom. So which one? Cherry blossom, or this one is peony. So, whoops, where's my camera? Peony or cherry blossom. So cherry blossom or peony. Which pink? Peony? Cherry blossom. First one with the comments, the one we're using. So this one's cherry blossom. It's like a pale pink. And then we have peony. Let's see, where's the white? So here's a white in comparison. Okay, Rhea was the first one with a comment. She said peony. Peony it is. I like this color. It's pretty. It's a pretty pink. So now we're going back to actual paste versus the paint. So when we're actually using the paste going in the transfers, you wanted the consistency of Greek yogurt, Greek yogurt, cake batter consistency. So that looks pretty cake battery. It's gonna smear enough just to do my starfish here. It's gonna press all that color through that silk screen reusable transfer. I needed to put something underneath this. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell the canvas is moving? It is. Like a moving target. So let's see. Our share word tonight is going to be beach vibes. Beach vibe is our share word tonight. If you would be gracious enough to share this onto your timeline, come back and put hashtag beach vibes for an entry into my weekly giveaway. Oops. Let's see, where's right there. That magic word there. If you will do that onto your timeline and then come back and put hashtag beach vibes. Once a week, normally, well, it's Monday night at 7 o'clock. If I have at least 10 shares through the week on all my lives, I will do a giveaway. Oh, I like that. That is pretty. Okay, this is going to go over here in my water bath so I can wash and reuse it. Look at there. Oh, so much better. Good decision, girls. Good job. I like that much better. So there is our starfish on my attempt number 1 at this watercolor background on a white canvas. But you know, if you've got a lot of white canvases, this is a nice way to kind of get some coloring behind it. Oh, I gotta remember how to get rid of it now. Okay. Have to remember how to get rid of it, right? And let's see, where's that first one? Jumping back to that one. Looks like the brown is still drying on the one we just did. We've got some little cutouts on this guy. What did I do with my cutouts for him? Oh, here they are. Endless Wonder. Maybe we'll do Endless here and Wonder down here, and we'll do this in pink so we can tie it together. What do you think? Do it in pink to tie it together? Now, if I was putting this on a different type of surface, these transfers can be used on a wide range of surfaces. We're using it on a canvas today, but we can put it on chalkboards, we can put it on mirrors, glasses, wood, furniture, appliances, t-shirts. The list goes on and on and on. What you can do with these transfers. Sometimes you have to fuzz them though. I'm not fuzzing because, I don't know, just the texture of canvas, it kind of resembles fabric. I don't fuzz when I'm putting it on fabric either. Just because I want it to stick really good. Now if it was like a mirror, or if you're putting it on like galvanized tin, or a non-Chalk Couture chalkboard, you want to fuzz it. Of course, you're going to fuzz it for a Chalk Couture chalkboard, but you're going to fuzz it a little bit more if it's not one. Currently, we still have our transfer palooza going on. You can buy 3 transfers. You get the 4th one free. Any size, combination of sizes. So if you was to buy 3 of the big, giant, huge transfers that we've got, 18 by 24, it might be bigger than that, Becky. They're $39.99. If you buy 3 of them that size, you get that one for free. That's still $40, guys. Has anybody been wanting those huge transfers but don't want to spend $40? I mean, you can get one free. If you've been wanting and been eyeing some, now is the time to do it. That does end at the end of March. So we've got a couple more days, don't we? When's the end of March? So coming up. We got our Club Couture. That's our subscription club. It's $19.99 per month. You get your own exclusive transfer once a month. Comes to your house along with 3 pay singles. You get in the club. You get exclusive specials. You get reduced shipping cost. It's $4.95 for anything that you want to order if you're a club member. If you're not a club member, it's $6.95, so you still get a pretty good deal on shipping, and that is a flat rate shipping. Okay, what do you think of that on there? Let's get it so you can see it. I do the endless. Is it not straight, or is it just the way I have it? Here, I'll turn it sideways so it looks straight. Endless Wonder. And you know, I can always come back and I can wash that transfer, and I can do this in pink, or I can do this in white. You know, if I don't like it gold, who says I have to keep it? Doesn't mean I have to take it off, because then, you know, I'm going to mess up my watercolor behind it, because this is all chalk too. But I can clean that transfer, and I can just put it right on top of it and put another color on top of it and give it a little extra depth to do that with the 2 colors. Which I'll probably end up doing that. But that's not too bad for my second attempt at watercolor, huh? I like this background on this. This one's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I like that. Okay, I think we're still going to have to blow dry the one we just did. Probably would have dried a lot faster if I had watered it down, for sure. Yeah, Miss Emily, when you get your stuff in and you make your porch sign, girl, you're going to have to post a picture so we can see your sign. It's only a couple of days and you're going to get it in. Okay, so we've dried this. This was my attempt, if I have any people that have popped on here, this was my attempt of making like a beach and dirt, and then the water, and then the sky was kind of my envision here. Yeah, it just kind of looks like a mess. Kind of looks like a mess, but you know, it's my mess, by golly. I'll take ownership for it. Now we're gonna use this transfer. This one's called Beach Vibes. And this one's just like the other one that we looked at. You've got some cut lines. It says there's a cut line here. Can you see the cut line? And then there's cut lines down here. So you can kind of piece this together however you deem that you want to. And like I said earlier, you can mix and match. You can, you know, take part of this one with part of that one and put it together. So this one's a size B transfer. It's 8.5 by 11. It's $14.99. You could grab this one and then you could grab the other one that we just played with. And that's 2 transfers, and all you need is like 2 more and you get, well, all you need is really 1 more and then you get 1 free if you were to do the little special I was telling you about. Okay, so we're gonna put the chair down here, of course, on the beach, on our sandy beach. Figure out where we're gonna put them at down there. And then we're gonna do beach vibes. And then somewhere or another, we're gonna have to put the sun in here. We'll figure that out as we kind of go. Now I'm going to fuzz this a little bit just because this is chalk paste and it's bumpy with lumpy with my bumps. And I don't want this adhesive transfer to pull up any of this. To make sure that that's really dry. So if I have anybody brand new that hasn't ever saw this before, put a 1 in the comments so I can welcome you. I'm just gonna place my chair down here wherever I want to put it, and I can put it wherever I want to. I'm gonna press that down, which is a little trickier today with all my bumps and lumps I've got on this boy. And I'm gonna put this underneath it because this canvas does have a little bit of give to it, so it moves a little bit. Actually, I might take this one. And I want it so it doesn't press down as much because I don't want my target to be kind of moving here. Prefer not to have a moving target. And let's see, don't forget our share word for tonight is beach vibes. So if you will share this over on your timeline and come back and put hashtag beach vibes. And of course, if you need that website to place that order where you get the 3 transfers and get 1 free, or if you want to join Club Couture, that subscription club, or if you even want a business opportunity and start your own business playing around with crafts and get paid, you can find all of that right there at my website. Okay, that's where you can find the store, to become a designer, or to join our Club Couture. Everything right there at that website. See if I can get rid of that. Go away. Oh, what happened? Okay. Oh, I got rid of it and I brought it back. I'm still playing around with a new system here. Okay, there it is. This is my 2nd time playing with it. So, sorry. We're going to use some white for the chair. I'm thinking white for the chair. What do you guys think? Should I do white for the chair? Or should we do the chair? Yeah, we're going to do white. Lots of bumps here. So it's like super hot today, wasn't it, guys? How hot did it get? I was outside at, I think, 5 o'clock, maybe even 6 o'clock, talking to my neighbor. And we were like, oh my goodness, it's hot. And my dogs were like, Mama, take me inside. I want the air conditioner. Okay, there's that cute chair. Oh my goodness, guys, look how pretty that chair is sitting there. Isn't that cute? See how that just gave us a little pop of color behind it now? Definitely better than originally. Okay, what color should we do the beach vibes? Should we still keep it white or should we kind of jazzy it up some with some color? Probably gonna need to hit that with some. What do you think? White on the words, okay? Nikki says white. Okay, white it is. And then, of course, we're going to do the sun in yellow. Of course. So which yellow do we want to do for the sun? I've got Bumblebee, which is that really bright and fluorescent yellow. So this is Bumble. And then this one is called Buttermilk. So this is more of a paler yellow. So which one? Bumblebee, Bumble, or Buttermilk? Is that what that one said? Buttermilk. Buttermilk or Bumble? They're both bees. Kind of weird chalking on all these bumps. They have a weird texture when you go over them. Have a weird texture. Kind of like a bumpy road. And Ms. Rhea says buttermilk. So I'm going to bring this one down a little bit. I want to stay all on the blue. I'm going to get that bump up. So I've been posting pretty much some bundles, I think, every day. Trying to keep you guys entertained since you're stuck at the house. So lots and lots of crafty ideas for you. So there is our beach vibes. Oh, look at that, guys. I'm really liking that background now. It's not sticking out and just, I was really hating it earlier. But you know what? Now since it's got something in front of it, it's okay. It's okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so that was buttermilk for the sun. Closing up some of these pastes that's been open. You know, the longer they stay open, the faster they dry out. So we're gonna do buttermilk for the sun. Since we got more white over here, I'm thinking let's do that side. And I don't know. Yeah, he's not going to be able to be here the whole way. What do you think? You think over here on the side, or should I put it pretty up here kind of in the center? What do you think? So should we do it up here at the very top in the center, or should I do it over here on the corner? First person with the answer is going to be the way we go. It's either going to be over here in the corner, or it's going to be in the center. What do you think? Well, the first person throws me an answer, I'm going to get buttermilk ready. Side. Side it is. And he's not going to fit, the whole sun's not going to fit here because then I'd be in my beach. So we're just going to do like maybe 3/4 of the sun. Maybe a little bit more than 3/4, but you'll get the inkling it's the sun up here in the corner. Okay, y'all ready? Into the water bath so I can wash all that good stuff over there and reuse it. And here we go. What do you think? What do you think of our cute little, so it looks like we've got our little beach at the bottom, and then we kind of transition from the beach into the water and then into the sky. I like that. Not too shabby. So this transfer was called Beach Vibes. And then we started off with Endless Wonders. So same kind of concept. This is the one that I did before I came on tonight. So I already have this canvas already done. This one had the water that I actually sprayed before I turned my plastic over. So it gave you more of the splattery effect. And odds are I'm probably going to come back and I'm going to put this over that. And who knows, if you've got a little time and you want to watch me do that, I might just clean it and do it right now. And then we done the little starfish. And this one I kind of done similar to how I done this one. I done this one, the same kind of concept, because I didn't spray this one either. I kind of finger painted this one on because this was my first try at it. And this one didn't get any sprayed water on it, kind of like neither did this one. So these two is what it kind of looks like if you don't spray the water when you put it down on your gallon Ziploc bag. And then when you spray the water, you get more of a splattered effect here. So depending on what kind of abstract background you're going for, kind of dictates that, it looks like. But I kind of like that. It's kind of a fun little way to jazz up your projects. So let me show you guys how I clean this transfer if you've never saw anyone clean a transfer before. Because remember, I tell you guys these things are reusable. And you cannot go wrong with any of the chalk paste, because if you don't like it, odds are you can take it off or you can redo it. So there's no reason spazzing out about it. No reason at all. Don't forget our share word tonight is Beach Vibes. If you will share it on your timeline, come back and put hashtag Beach Vibes. You can do that once per day. Once per day you can come back and you can share it, and then just put a beach vibe number 2, number 3, you know, as you do it per day. And then I've got another, I do 2 lives per week. I do one on Wednesday night and I do one on Sunday night. So you can come back and watch me Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time again and do it again. Trying to find it. I think I just had it and then I put it back in the water. Okay, here it is. So here it is. Now what I'm gonna do is I just pretty much use my fingers. If you do it in a little water bath like I've got here, and you do it in the kitchen sink, you just kind of massage that color out. We also have these little guys that's called board erasers. They're kind of like magic erasers. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? I forgot the camera's over here on this side. So this is our board erasers. It's equivalent to like a magic eraser, but these don't have any harsh chemicals in it, so it's not gonna mess up your transfers or your adhesive back. And then I'm just going to just press that over on my transfer, get rid of all that color. Make sure it's out of my silk screen. Now sometimes you're gonna get some discoloration on your transfer, and it's gonna be on some of the heavy pigmented colors, like your oranges, your reds, your blacks. Sometimes they'll stain. No big deal, they work fine. They're just not as pretty as they were when you got it out of the bag. And then I like to use a little sanitizer cloth. You could use a bath rag. And I just kind of wipe it down, make sure I get it all off. And then I like to turn mine over, make sure I get the back of it clean. And then normally, now see, this was metallic, so I still see some metallic flakes in there. Getting that out. And then if I'm just done with it on a normal day, I'll just leave it like this, sticky side up, and I just let it air dry. And then I'll put it back on this little backing paper, wherever the backing paper is, and I'll put it back together. And that's the way I store it. Now when you put it back on your backing paper, there's a glossy side. Sure you can see where that's kind of glossy. And then there's a matte. You're gonna put it sticky to glossy. So sticky to glossy is the way you put it back together. So that's how that works. But we're not wanting to put it together because we're wanting to use it again. Now our fuzzing cloths, we have like a terry cloth on one side, which is really good for fuzzing. It's like a towel consistency. And then this side is a microfiber side, which is really good for drying. So if you're in a pinch and you need to dry it, this is how you dry it. So I can get it dried so I can reuse it. Okay, so he is ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna get our project back. Now what color are we gonna do him? Are we gonna do him pink or are we gonna do him white? What color are we gonna use for round 2? What color? And I'm just gonna try to line it back up like we had it a while ago. Now I could take it a little bit off center, just a little bit to give it some depth so you could see the other color coming through. I'm actually going to try to line it back up, but if I don't line it back up, then you just end up with some of that depth. Some shadowing. And I can say I done it on purpose. Anybody want to tell me what color we think we should use on round 2? We're going to do pink or we're going to do white for round 2? What do you think? Pink or white? First one with a color is the color we're going with. Pink or white? And then of course, don't forget to share and come back and put hashtag beach vibes. No one's telling me what color. Okay, I'm gonna make an administrative decision. We're gonna do white. Boy, that was a delay. On my laptop, it's just telling me to share where I just done that. Boy, that was a serious delay. Okay, let's see what it looks like for round 2. Getting a little bit of that gold shimmer kind of peeking through. That's that little bit of that depth I told you about. There we go. So now there's our little seashell in white. Can you see that gold shimmer behind it any? See it just a little bit up there at the top and the words. See, all I did was I just put that transfer right on top of it, and then I just done it again with another color because I didn't like that first color. So that's how I fixed it. See how I fixed it? Now, if we still didn't like that white, we could clean that again, and we could come back and we could do pink on it too, you know. Eventually, we'll find a color we like. That's how it works. Okay, so there we go. That's our Endless Wonder. That's our cute little shell. And then we had our starfish that we did in the pink. And then we all done this one where we created the background. So we did the background on this one together, and then we came back and we done the chalking on the front of it. I think this is my favorite. Beach Vibes. Love that one. So stinking cute, guys. So stinking cute. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget, we've got that transfer palooza going on. 3 transfers. You buy 3 transfers, you get that 4th one for free. Free. If you join Club Couture, our club members are getting 25% off organizational products. They get the color case. You put the paste in. Let me put this up so you can see me, and since we're done with the projects. So you get the color paste packet that you put all the paste in, the transfer tote that you can put all the transfers in, as well as a basic bag. All of that is 25% off for the month of March. Club Couture is $19.99 per month. You get your own exclusive transfers. You get 3 chalk paste, gets delivered free to your house. So that's always a cool little subscription service. You do have to commit for 3 months. You can cancel at any time after that, but why would you want to? And then you also get our club membership special for flat rate shipping. Anytime you want to order anything in addition, it's $4.95 for shipping. So keep an eye on all my bundles I've been posting. There's a lot of bundle options down there. So take a look. I can definitely help you out with being bored when you're stuck at the house. If you're in Crestview, I can deliver, put it on your porch. If you don't want the interaction, perfectly fine. We can do a little porch drop off. You can do a porch pickup, or I can mail it to you guys, okay? I can get you your craft projects for you and your family so you're not bored. Okay, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you later. Bye. I can remember how to turn it off. I think it was up here.